Hello students, this is Said Baloch will teach you first year in English and we are reading our prose section first year, that is reading text 12, Science and Society, page number 162. In this beautiful article or an essay we will discuss the role of science in society. Student, what is science? We can better understand what is science. The knowledge obtained through the observations and experiment is called science. And science has two main branches, physical science and biological science. But we will discuss here overall the role of science in society. According to Newton, he gave three beautiful features to understand the philosophy of science. Let's see, we understand better what is science. We will discuss page number 162. Reading text 12, Science and Society. Three features have marked the astonishing progress of science since the 17th century. It means that the writer, according to scientist Newton, it means that there are three qualities that improve science that were given in the 17th century by Newton. The first and probably the most important is the scientific attitude of mind. Newton is asking that first thing, that is the first quality of science is that scientific attitude of mind. It is very important. I call it, it's the most, notable, okay? Very important. This thing is highly important to understand the philosophy of science, the role of science. This is very much helpful. First of all, we need that we should have this quality, that the scientific attitude of mind. We should have such brain, such scientific brain. The second thing we need, scientific instruments for observation and experiment. According to Newton, to improve the science, we need three qualities to improve the science. First thing, that we should have the scientific attitude of mind. Second thing, we should have the scientific instrument for observation and experiment. And third thing, that is the essential special use of mathematics. Of course, to conclude something we need, reasons, we need logics. See, this world, of course, is a physical thing, but to understand, to better understand the philosophy or the creation of science, we need to improve or to use or to ameliorate. That's the use of mathematics. Mathematics has the greatest role to understand this everything. See, okay, the first and the most important is the scientific attitude of mind, which insists on reasoning. This, the first thing which will insist us to understand the things with reasons, with logics, with rationality, objectively from facts. Securely means certain. Okay, what about established by physical evidence? Physical evidence are very most important, essential to conclude something, to analyze something more critically. The second is the development of host of wonderful instruments for observation and measurement. Okay, observation and experiment and measurement. The second thing is most important. And the third is the increasingly effective use of mathematics. These are the main features, the main qualities of theories given by Newton to improve or to understand the science. These are the greatest thing to be the social animal in the science, in the society. And what is society? Society means that where community, or where the people of community or the area of living people live together, is called society. Okay. The work of the great pioneer Newton demonstrates admirably these three elements of modern science. These were given by the greatest scientist Newton. Newton is known as the father of the classical physics because he gave the theory of gravity, the theory of light, and theory of law of motions and each and everything. Admirably, these three elements of modern science, his revolutionary theories concerning gravity and light could have sprung only from a mind capable of reasoning strictly from physical evidence and utterly independent of non-scientific traditional belief. He of course rejects these all non-scientific belief. Suppose in the days of Greece before 6,000 years ago, people used to worship stars. People used to worship the sun. Actually, sun is one. Sun. These are these are made up of explosions of gases. Our soul is biologically it's a gas. I mean that these are of course these are the thing that the sun is our god. The stars are the sons of Apollo. I mean that these are the Greek myths. Now the science is absolutely rejecting them in the modern science because things are developing every day. The scientific technique is improving. See the cell phone, see the aeroplanes, see each and everything we can see. Even we can predict our future. See the kamal of science, the technology of science. Okay. Okay, further we understand mean that he rejects all these traditional beliefs. We need some evidences to improve each and everything. The instruments existed, the things were available, notably for the telescope and prism. These are the greatest thing. Telescope we had, it is an instrument which helpful to see the thing which are far from us. We can see the rough weather through the telescope and other thing. And prism was also the scientific device. Okay, which could collect effects he required. He required me that the Newton required. A scientist required. A superb mathematician for his period, mean that in 17th century, he possessed the mathematical techniques necessary to calculate, found the facts revealed by his observation and those of other scientists. Scientists, see, we, the world is with us now, within us now. It is because of the, protection of science. If there is no science, we are in dark. We can't see anything else. We are unhelpful. We are incapable to actually to save the humanity. Actually, see the hospitals are there, and we see the different machines to ultrasound or something else, and each and everything. See the guns and see the aeroplanes. This is all about the production of science. But the writer is talking about something else, the improvement of science. Given an adequate means that satisfactory result. Given an adequate professional training in the same field, scientists are given the same training. Two scientists observing. Of course, whatever their religion is, means that there are two scientists. Scientists are neutral. The same physical phenomena are likely to reach the same conclusions about them. Awesome. Yes, Baba. Okay, given an adequate professional training in the same field, means that scientists have been given the training of mind, the discipline. Two scientists observing the same physical phenomena are likely to reach the same conclusions about them. Two scientists are there, having observing something likely. What about their result? Whatever see, no matter what their race, religion, political creed. I mean that the science is no concern with politics, with race, with religion. It means that there are two scientists. They are having, they are observing something more importantly, something. It means that, that the Newton is asking that there no need, whatever your religion is, but scientists are scientists. They are neutral. Of course, I mean that you heard a beautiful quotation by, I think, by Aristotle, that a man is social being, a social animal. Okay, their instrument, I mean that not the scientists, but their instrument. Their instrument will give the same readings, and the universal laws of mathematics will beyond the conclusions of both of them. I mean that the result is very necessary, not their religion, whatever. The universality of science and mathematics accounts very largely for the stupendous progress of science in the modern time. University of Science and Mathematics. Science and mathematics have a wonderful role to improve the science, to improve our modern time. Our modern period, in the today, the 21st century, the creation of three things. First thing, there were three things. There were Karl Marx. Karl Marx, was the person who discussed about the sociology, and Sigmund Freud. Sigmund Freud, and third thing, that was Darwinism. These are the elements that create modernism. Modernism, that our today's scenario, our scientific phenomena. This is all about the creation of European people. Okay. Largely for the stupendous mean that very impressive result. Okay, a discovery published on the side of science of the world will rapidly be accepted and applied by scientists on the other side. The scientists, even the biologists, even the physicists, even the chemists, they all are working day and night to improve the science. I mean that this is not only thing to create something, even this in the nature there is also a world. We need the neurologist, the biologist, zoologist, botanist. They are, of course, performing their progress stupendously, simultaneously. Okay. A very, very, very effective teamwork is possible for members of a team of research workers can divide a large task among themselves, each confident in soundness of his colleagues' findings. Colleagues will sit, the partners will sit, and they will see the conclusions of the mathematical thing. This is not because of people, because of scientists are, but because of the result that has come from the instrument. I mean that, first of all, we should have you to use to a scientific latitude of mind. Then thing, that is some instruments are required. The third thing, which is very important, that's the spatial use of mathematics. Okay. There's a striking and unhappy contrast between man's brilliant success of solving scientific problems and his miserable failure to solve so many of his political and social problems. See, science is not responsible from which conditions, from which sufferings you are striving. Science is not responsible that whether you're rich or poor. Science is unconcerned whether you are happy or unhappy. Science is concerned only the physical things which are available, which are present. Till the atom, till the subparticles, electron, proton, neutron, and whatever so. Science will not solve your political issue. But of course, according to scientists in a modern age, the the political problem, the social problem can easily be solved if we, improve our creativity of science. Okay. It is natural, indeed wise, to ask whether science cannot be applied more effectively to the cure of social and political ills of all. People are suffering from the unhappiness, from hunger, from disease, from war. Science will not. Science is an idea. Science is a theory. The science will not. Of course, scientific instruments can be. It can, is a possible result. There is, of course, much that science can do and is doing. The science, of course, is doing, and even it has proved itself. Science has saved your time of millions of years. You have been given the airplanes nowadays. Most of the students are busy nowadays while playing PUBG and playing in each and everything, the computer, the games, and different kinds of modern, sports. Science add enormously to the comfort and interest of modern living. The science is improving our modern living style. And see, our dressing, our shoes, our car, they all are the products of science. The bulb, Thomas Edison. I do like this personality because he proved this, because he had scientific attitude of mind. He used the instrument of, his philosophy. And even though he used the mathematics and proved and gave us the light, that is the bulb. Graham Bell. Others see the miracle of radio. Okay? It is doing much to diminish the social evils of poverty and disease. Of course, science is nowadays progressing. Beyond doubt, many social, political, and economic problems would be more wisely handled if they were treated with the unprejudiced objectivity. We need to have some objects and a strict regard for truth, which characterize the work of physical scientists. We physical scientists is very is the part of can of course solve, isn't it, Baba? Yes. However, it must be recognized that science has its limitation. There are some limits of science, of course. There are limits of science. Each and everything has limits. Your happiness has limits. Its method apply only to those which can never be observed, measured, and treated mathematically. It has nothing to do with values. Science will not see the values. Your value is what? Your status is what? You're poor or not? Science will not see. Science is not responsible of these all things. Okay. And save those of truth and accuracy. It has to do something to do with happiness, goodness, beauty, courage, adventure, justice, altruism, friendship, love of family, love of country. Science is not responsible of these things, but of course, science is giving you a curiosity to do all the things. Altruism. You know the meaning of altruism? Altruism means that sacrifice for others, live for others, dedicate your all the feeling for others, serve your worth for others. Okay. And yet all these values enter into man's conception and what is the good personal life within a good society. Our science can create a good society if we are faithful with science. Science is a blessing. Science is a property nowadays for man, but especially for scientists, not for other thing. Yet all these values enter into man's conception of what is good a personal life within a good society. It's possible for honest and intelligent men to differ profoundly on the nature of these values and their respective degrees of importance. We are the social animal. We can better understand the role of science in the society. And we are aware of the value of importance. Hence, the contrast between the modern world's command of material things and its tragic failure to organize a humorous world society. We are thankful of science that we are, leading a pompous and luxurious life. The last paragraph, young people must be educated in a modern science. In this beautiful paragraph, the core of this concept is that if you want to compete in the modern world, try to educate your children, try to educate your nation. Education cannot give you property, but education can give you the scientific attitude of mind. When you have a scientific attitude of mind, you are the brilliant. You are the extraordinary creature of the soil. You would be, the son and daughter of this earth. You would be capable to treat everything very normally. Isn't it, Baba? Okay. Its methods and its mental attitude, without this education, they will find the modern world utterly incomprehensible. If you want to challenge in the world, be competitor, be educated, be educationist. But they cannot be good citizen of the world. You can be the common man of this earth. You can see the dogs and the other creatures that they're living their life, but you will not be competitor as much. The others, the men are there. And see the beautiful lines I do like. See, but they cannot be good citizen of the world or of their own national state unless they are intellectually and imaginatively aware of the values which underlie the basis of human beliefs. Your human belief is what? Your science. Motives and conduct. Conduct means that your akhlaq, your character. In this troubled period of human society, history, religion can be the religion and the humanities are as vital as science to the education of good members of good society. Thank you. Okay. In this beautiful essay or an article, the writer wants to convey a beautiful message that if you want to compete in this world, try to educate your family, your people, try to educate yourself, and this is not the age after किसी को हैमर से लड़ना या पत्थर से या ईंटों से या किसी को मुक्कों से मारना, ये वो एज नहीं है. दिस इज द एज ऑफ साइंस, दिस इज द एज ऑफ इंटेलेक्चुअलिटी. अगर हम दुनिया में 21st सेंचुरी में रहकर या फ्यूचर में अगर कॉम्पिटेट करना चाहते हैं तो हमें वेल एजुकेटेड बनना पड़ेगा और साइंस को प्रमोट करना पड़ेगा. साइंस इज मॉडर्न. ऑफ कोर्स रिलीजन इज द सी मिस्ट्री mysterious. Science, I do repeat, science and religion are the creations of mysterious. Mysterious means something is puzzling you and puzzling me. And further, if you want to be the best citizen of the Pakistan or of other countries of America and the best American, so be educated and be scientific, then be rational, be intellectual. Thank you so much. All the best.